The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has reiterated that the worsening case of farmers-herders clashes across the country has been aided by climate change. Speaking during a stakeholders forum on addressing the impact of climate change on farmer-herder clashes in Nigeria, organized by the Office of the Deputy Chairman, House of Representatives Committee on Environment, Abbas said as part of effort to address the challenge, there is need to get rid of outdated herding and farming methods and adopt global trends in farming amidst climate change phenomenon. He also said the Land Use Act puts limitations on how much the federal government and the National Assembly can go to make the changes required to address the situation. Represented by the member representing Makurdi Guma Federal Constituency of Benue State, Honorable Dixon Takiru, Abbas said climate change is a topic that has commanded huge global attention for its many effects on life here on Earth. Farmer-herder clashes have had a similar troubling prominence in the country, the one which has exacerbated the challenges of the other.
Numbers in cattle and in profits from countries that ranch cattle make questionable our continued romance with nomadic husbandry of cattle. However, the transition from nomadic herding to ranches poses challenges in cultural attachment, ignorance, lack of capital, lack of political will, lack of national legislation, etc. There is therefore a need to chart a nationally acceptable direction towards international best practices of the cattle industry in Nigeria.
The Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Environment, Honorable Tese Ugbo, called for collaborative efforts to address the challenge as he highlighted the devastating impact of climate change on the Sahel region and the resulting migration of herders into farming communities.
Benue State is one of the most affected by the conflict in Nigeria. In 2018 alone, there were over 400 deaths in Benue State due to clashes between herders and farmers. Thousands of people have been killed and counting, and hundreds of thousands others displaced from their ancestral homes. The conflict has also negatively impacted on the economy of the state, as farmers have been unable to go back to their farms and businesses have been forced to close down around the communities. In 2018, the Benue State government estimated that the conflict had cost the state over $1 billion in lost revenue. The federal government has encouraged the establishment of ranches as designated grazing areas for herders to minimize the encroachment on farmlands. These measures have faced a lot of challenges due to the lack of proper implementation, insufficient resources, and deep-rooted grievances and mutual suspicion. We have designed this initiative to address the problem of affordable green housing for displaced persons.
The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Joseph Utez, who was ably represented by Engineer Ngozi Abono, underscored the importance of addressing the farmer-herder conflict and climate change through a multifaceted approach.
Climate change is increasing the risk of extreme weather events, including flooding, droughts, and heat waves, with increasing temperatures. The possibility of more floods and increased intensity of storms will likely occur with negative consequences of fauna and flora. Increasing deteriorating climatic conditions causing desertification and soil degradation in extreme northern Nigeria have led to movement of herdsmen, mostly Fulanis, into the Middle Belt region, an area characterized by lush grasses and watering points in search of green pasture for their cattle.
Other speakers, including the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, and the Minister of State for Environment, Dr. Ishaq Salako, echoed the need for urgent action. They emphasized the far-reaching consequences of climate change and the need for sustainable solutions. Anieti Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.